What's up, guys? This is Leandro Oliveira, and today I'm here to show you a pedal that doesn't exist. Or rather, it does, but there's only one, and it's mine. So before I show you what this pedal can do, just subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon and do all of that stuff that I'm supposed to tell you to do in a call to action. And I promise you that if you subscribe, then wonderful things are going to happen in your life. You're going to win the lottery. Your ex is going to call you and beg you to come back, or not. I don't know. I don't know what kind of relationship you guys have. But anyways, wonderful things are going to happen to you. Just subscribe. Today I'm going to show you this pedal here. It's called Loud and Dirty by a Brazilian company called Darta Effects. And well, I'm from Brazil, so it's a local company, and it's basically one guy who makes boutique pedals out of São Paulo, which is the neighboring state over here. And this is basically a dual boost pedal. It's two different boosts inside one single pedal case, with one foot switch. So every time you hit this foot switch, you turn both of the boosts on, and you have kind of a dirty boost over here, a boost with a little bit of grit, and you have a clean boost on this side. And before I show you what this pedal can do, I'm going to kind of tell you the story of how this thing came to exist. I used to have a little boost pedal. It was a tiny little thing, also from a Brazilian company. And it was basically just large enough to have a foot switch and one knob on it. And I loved that thing. And I used to use that thing before my drive pedal so that I could get more gain. I play instrumental music, so every time I had to play the melodies, the solos for the songs, then I would hit that boost and get the guitar, the singing tone from the guitar, from the distortion. But I noticed when I went to play Expo Music, which was a trade show that we had over here, kind of like NAMM. We don't have it anymore, but I went to play there, and I noticed that when I was playing with my backing tracks, every time I hit the boost, even though I could get the singing tone, I could get more distortion out of the pedal, I kind of lost some of the articulation, so the sound of the guitar kind of got lost in the mix a little bit. And I thought, you know, I could probably benefit from having another boost just to give me a little bit more volume after the distortion pedal. So just a volume boost. But the thing is, I hate tap dancing. I hate stepping on pedals. I don't really like pedals in general. I use them because I have to, but I just want to play the guitar. I don't want to step on anything. I don't want to have to think about it. So the idea of having to step on two boosts basically at the same time, because every time I want more gain, I also want more volume for the kind of stuff that I play. So the idea of having to step on two foot switches at the same time, yeah, I didn't want that. So I started thinking that maybe it would be cool if I could get some sort of a boost pedal that had maybe like a dual boost thing, and I could put, maybe with an effect loop or something, I could get a drive pedal in between those two boosts, and then I could just step on one thing and have my kind of like my scratchy boost before that, and have my clean boost after the distortion pedal. So I was talking to a friend who's a guitar tech in the town where I live, and he said, oh, you know, maybe you should contact this guy. He's in São Paulo, and he makes custom-made pedals. His name is Marcos, but people call him Darta, and that's why it's called Darta Effects. And he made me a cool pedal. Maybe he could build that for you. So I contacted him, and I kind of explained what I wanted, and I even made a little sketch, and you'll see it on the screen now. And I tried to explain that, you know, what I really want is a way to put a distortion pedal or a drive pedal in between two boosts. So maybe a pedal that has a loop or something. And he said, yeah, I can do that. That seems fine. And then he finished up, and he contacted me. He asked me what I was going to call it. And I said, oh, just surprise me. Call it whatever you want. And then he sent me this guy over here. He called it Popeye Punch, which is a cool name. And it's exactly what I had described. There's an in and an out over here, and there's a send and a return. So you can put your drive pedal in between this loop and use this little guy. And it sounds wonderful, and you have the two boosts over here. You have a kind of a dirty boost here, but it has a mode switch, and you can clean it up a little bit. And you have the other boost over here on this side, which is it just acts like a volume pedal. It's just a volume boost. But moron over here did not realize that, well, if you have a loop on this thing, the loop is only going to work when the foot switch is on. When you turn this thing off, it just connects the in and the out, which means that it takes your drive pedal out of the circuit. So it wouldn't work. I mean, it sounded wonderful with the drive pedal when it was on, but then once I hit this thing, then it would just be clean sound. And then I realized it was my mistake. I didn't explain very well what I wanted. So I contacted Darta again, and I told him, oh, you know, this happened, it's not exactly what I wanted, and I tried to explain what I wanted. And then he told me that, oh, yeah, I see what you want. Yeah, I don't think that's possible. I don't think I can do that. So I was kind of disappointed, and I said, then I realized that there is actually a pedal that it kind of does that. There's I think it's called the Dual Booster by Maxon, and you'll see it on the screen now. And that pedal, it's two boosts inside the same pedal case, but the thing is, it has two foot switches, so you can turn one on or the other one on, or you can turn both of them on. But it has two foot switches, and that's not what I wanted, because again, I didn't want it to have to step on more than one thing. If I wanted to step on two foot switches, then I could just get another boost pedal and put it after the distortion. But then after Darta told me that he couldn't do it, I was disappointed, and I said, okay, so maybe you can do something in the lines of this Maxon pedal. And then I sent him another sketch, and you'll see it on the screen right now. And I said, you know, maybe you can just put the two foot switches close to each other, and then I can step on both of them at the same time. You know, it was kind of a compromise over there. And then he took a few days, and after maybe 3 or 4 days, he wrote back and he said, you know what? I managed to do it. I found a way to do it, and I can do it with only one foot switch. And at that time, well, first of all, I was really, really happy, because then I could get exactly what I wanted. And this time, I sent him the art, and I said, you know, we can call it this, we can call it Loud and Dirty. And I did this art over here, and I sent it to him, and he's such a cool guy. He put my art on a pedal, and this one works exactly as it's supposed to work. So basically, you have in and an out in each one of the sides. It's really just two boost pedals inside the same case, each one with its in and its out, but it only has one foot switch, so you turn both boosts on at the same time every time you step on this. So what I do is, basically, the cable comes from the guitar, and then it goes in here, comes out of here, goes to the drive pedal, or goes to the front of the amplifier if I'm using the distortion in the amplifier. And then if I'm using the drive pedal, it comes from the drive pedal, goes into the in over here and out to the amplifier or to the rest of the gear. If I'm using an amplifier, for example, and it has an effects loop, then the guitar will come in here, it will come out of here, go to the front end of the amplifier, and then over here I'll connect this side to the send and return to the effects loop of the amplifier, because then the volume is only acting on the power section. Okay. So now I'm going to show you what this thing sounds like. On this first clip, you're going to hear the dirty side of the pedal. I just turned the knob all the way up because I wanted to show you the difference between no boost and the maximum amount of boost that you can get out of this thing. Of course, you would put it wherever you want. You would adjust it however you want it for your application. So this is what it sounds like. the second clip, you're going to hear just the clean sound of the amplifier. By the way, I forgot to mention that I use a Laney IRT Studio 20 over here. It's a tube head that you can connect straight to the computer for direct recording, and that's what I use. So you'll be hearing the sound of the amplifier without the boost, and then with the clean boost, which is just acting as a volume. And again, I turned it all the way up, so you can hear the difference. Now in this clip, you're going to be hearing basically how I use the pedal. So I'm going to be playing with the backing track, and first I'm going to be playing some riffs along with the backing track, and then I'm going to go into the melody of the song, and then you'll hear the pedal. You're going to hear how I can get more gain and more volume out of it. And in this last clip, you're going to hear kind of an accidental thing. It was, let's say, it was a happy accident. It's a side effect of this pedal. I guess most of you are familiar with a pedal that Paul Gilbert uses, or used to use, I don't know, called the Detox EQ. And basically he uses that to clean the drive of an amplifier that only has one channel. So if you're using something like a Plexi, and it only has one channel, and you're using the distortion from that amplifier, the drive from that amplifier, then you don't have a clean sound. And then he uses the Detox EQ to clean it up, and it kind of gives you a clean channel. And there's a way you can set this pedal. It wasn't intended, but it just happened that way, so it's a happy accident. And you can get it to do the same thing. So you're going to hear the sound of the amplifier over here with the drive, and then you're going to hear a cleaned up version, which is just the setting on the Loud and Dirty. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and well, it begs the question, why the hell are you showing me a pedal that doesn't exist? Well, it does, but I've got this pedal and he only made one, so I'm the only person who has this pedal. Well, first of all, because I wanted to tell you that the Darta Effect pedals are awesome. They're really, really great. And now he has his own line of pedals, so he doesn't make custom-made pedals anymore, but he's got a whole bunch of drives, and he's got delays and reverbs and all these cool things, and pedals that basically act like amplifiers, which you can hook straight to a PA with cab simulation, all that kind of stuff. And the thing is, well, basically Brazilian currency is worth nothing now, so if you're anywhere in the world, you can get these for dirt cheap. It's a global economy, so, you know, just send him an email, find him on Facebook. In fact, I'm going to put a link to his website over here. And then, just drop him a line, and then you can buy it. It's going to be really cheap. As I said, our currency is worth nothing right now. And the second reason is, well, yeah, there's only one of them, but, maybe if you like the idea, if you like what you saw here, and you pester him enough, maybe he'll start producing them. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. This is it. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you later.